Thanks for watching Sarita's Garden. Continuing to show you how things have fared after the cold weather. This is called Lindsay Lemon from our wonderful realtor, Lindsay. She gave us this lemon tree completely unscathed. Not a single problem with the cold weather and wind chill. Not the case in there for bananas, mango, and if you look at the ground, do you see all of that leaf litter? That is all of the starfruit's leaves. Very sad. We are hopeful. Starfruit is definitely a fighter. This is our sad, sad Angie mango. Not sure when we're going to be advised to prune, but that's going to be a big prune back. Hopefully it'll just lose leaves and we won't have to prune back too far, but not exactly sure about that. Okay, so starfruit not looking good. Remember, bananas look bad, but they're okay. Chaya right here, Chaya did not like the cold weather. And neither did black sapote. Black sapote looked so good immediately after the weekend, and then it took all its clothes off, like in a hurry. So we'll see. The other black sapote in the yard looks really bad. That's in the northwest. Okay, coming down through here, just want to point out a couple things. Mango there, Mahashinook looking pretty bad. This is a seedling mango. Looking bad on the top, but not down low. There's definitely some greenery down low. So I wanted to mention that the Cepadia on this side, it had a little damage. You can see that leaf curl. However, there's fruit. There's fruit on here. The fruit was there before, and it's still there. And so, yeah, kind of a little bit, teeny bit of hope. The breadfruit looks really bad. I guess I'll circle back here. The breadfruit, we had this covered with a ladder and blankets. Oof. Sad. We are pushing the envelope. That really needs to be in a warmer zone than we are. We do get a fair amount of weather that it's unhappy with every year. Not even just like the super cold. Another thing that happened to this all went dried up and shriveled. That's our Jamaican cherry on this side that's usually making fruit, and soon it was getting some flowers and fruit buds. And then this guy, this was Starburst. I don't know if you guys have seen my video from last February. Right around now, Valentine's Day weekend, it was in peak bloom, and you can see the ground, all the leaf litter. So it's good to look down. You can see a couple of the little flower. There's one back in there. Let's see if I can get it. There's a little bit of what the flowers look like, but yeah, overall looking pretty bad. Okay, then there was another breadfruit that we just couldn't cover. It was too tall. We didn't have any. Let's just mention on Jamaican cherry over here, you see all that growth at the ground, all these branches, so it's alive. It's not dead. It's trying. Just hopeful that that'll make it out to all the big branches and that will recover. Okay, so heading down here south, you can see my chick friends that had some papaya from us this morning. They love our papaya scraps. So this is this other breadfruit, this tall guy right here. Oh, sad, sad, sad. Again, we know it's really not meant to be in our zone. Hey, chicks. Want to say hi to everybody? These are really sweet chickie friends. There's a horse that lives here too, and they love our papaya. Hello, ladies. Hello, sir. How you doing? Yeah. Have a nice day. You too. Coconuts. All these palms are pretty toasty. Okay, let's duck under here. And this is a native tree. This did really well. Not all of our native trees did do well. This is soldier wood. It has these little tiny beautiful yellow flowers on it. So that's this greenery, the only thing that's green in this view. That did quite well. This is our mango sweet tart. You can see how the top looks bad, the bottom looks good, and it has been a couple weeks. The only coverage this had was from basically like the back of our house and the pool and all of that greenery. That, like, I'm facing north, so all the wind that was coming from the north really definitely blocked a lot through here. So down low, I'm not totally surprised that that did well down low, but it just kind of hit it on the top. So that should be promising for the future. Coming around here, we've been harvesting some cassava recently, some of the really good yellow cassava. We do have 1, 2, 3, and then another few down on the corner plants left that we need to harvest. All right, I had wanted to show you the jackfruit over here, but we'll just skip by a couple things. Lemon, ponderosa lemon, not too bad. Pretty green after all of those events. Mamey sapote, this is a seedling, toasted. We'll see. And in here, very sad, Kerry mango. This was our mango that produced so nicely for us last year, and I have a feeling that won't be the case this year. I mean, maybe. We'll see. All right, this is sherbet, orange sherbet mango. Again, on this side where there's a little bit of protection from our neighbors. They have a couple campers and then their house, and that's really to the west of us. So maybe a tiny bit of, maybe a lot actually, of protection, because you saw the jackfruit on the other side, and this is how the jackfruit looks over here. Like, not even a single leaf got burned. It's insane. How did that happen? This star fruit is looking not too bad. I don't know with the light, but there are a lot of green leaves on it. So we're pretty happy with that. And yeah, it's interesting about natives, because not all natives survived. I mean, not that a native plant to Florida should be able to survive low 20s with the wind chill of it feels like 13 degrees. Like, that's just insane. So that would make sense. But this is a native holly, Dahoon holly tree that we got at a native tree giveaway. Totally green and fine. And here's another native, not fine, clearly. However, let's just take a look, because there is a sign of hope. You see that green down in there. So there is some green coming back. I'm totally spacing out the name of this. Brad loves this. Sea grape. Sea grape, that's what this is. So this is what we're pretty much looking at. Looks like a graveyard. Dead, dead, dead. Looking, but there still are some green things. So it's not pretty, but we are hopeful, and we're never going to stop. We just keep going. I've got papayas that I planted seeds of today, and I did keep those quite protected, because that's going to be our next season. We are also clearing out the cassava here. We're going to replant cassava for March 1st up a little higher on this hillside. And we've got and saved lots of cuttings of Shan's Yellow, Montega, and then a white variety from a friend. I think we have a Thai Yellow also in cassava. If anybody's local, let me know. We have plenty of cuttings to share of all those varieties of cassava. Okay, so I was going to just talk a little bit about our future. I did protect and bring in all of our potted plants the first night we put it in the shed, and that was a mistake. I mentioned that in another video. So here are things in our pots. We have a mamey sapote, we have curry leaf, we have some passion fruit seedlings, we have a jackfruit or two. I think there's 2 jackfruits, black pepper. There's a variety of things in there. So we ended up putting that in the garage, which was much warmer and a much better idea. And I'm really glad I brought these in. I have 2 avocados. You can see there's a little bit of growth right here on the top, right above the orange tag. That's where there's new growth. That's my graft from a class. I'm so excited. That's avocado variety Oro Negro. We have that already, but that'll give us a second tree. And there's a tiny little green. Can you see it? Oh my gosh. Zoom in. Tiny little green right there. That, my friends, is the beginning of the graft taking. A little bit at the end, too. I'm not sure how the light is, but it's like behind a green thing, so I don't know how well you can see. That's another avocado called Day. And then the next one is my mango graft, which was taking, but now it looks like it's kind of drying out. So I don't know about that. Okay, so today these 3 empty pots are seeds from one of the papayas that we really quite liked this year, and it fell down in the wind a few months ago, and it's just a really nice yellow, sweet variety. And then I have all these other seeds. These are for papayas. I think I've already mentioned this in a video, but in case you haven't seen that video, what I do is I put multiple seeds in and I let the strongest one grow. And that's going to be the plant. So I'm only keeping one plant out of each pot. Okay, but there's multiple seeds. And that's like then you don't have to transplant it. Then you can keep it in this 1 gallon size until it's maybe 12 to 16 inches tall. And then it goes in the ground. So thanks for watching Sarita's Garden. Fun to be with you today. And I look forward to seeing you next time.